Hello YouTube, Stoner Plays here, containing his anger and frustration. Now this is a Star Wars video. Now guys, there is... I'm sorry for getting mad lately, but there's a lot of shit going on. Guys, this is why it's a good thing that I don't make videos so often. I know it's not smart. YouTubers should be making videos every week, or at least every other week, but imagine if I'm just pumping out videos and you're seeing them and you're seeing 10 uninteresting videos and maybe 3 videos you actually want to see. See, every single video, I want you to be able to go back to, watch, and actually thoroughly feel and understand where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about, even if you disagree. So, I'm sorry, but videos have to take as long as they need to take in order to be perfected. And plus, real life situations. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't have people up in the house when I'm recording. I'm too fucking loud. Anyways, and you know, they want to stay in the house. And that's when the other issues happen. Real life, work, people, places, things, penis. Seriously, hentai, penis, porn. Alright, so... basically, Star Wars is on everyone's tongue. My channel pretty much is Star Wars. What am I saying? Most of what I talk about is Battlefront. I even go in to talking about KOTOR, talking about, you know, the expanded universe, shit like that. And I know KOTOR is excellent. We all love KOTOR, you know. But let me just say this. The expanded universe is probably the best thing that ever happened to Star Wars. Now, I understand taking away the original trilogy expanded universe, but why the fuck did you take away KOTOR? Why take away the prequel expanded universe? Why? General Grievous's fucking backstory is one of the best, most well-written backstories I've ever seen for any villain. He was always my favorite villain in the prequels. I love General Grievous. I don't... fuck all the haters. You know, I love a lot of the prequel characters. Obi-Wan's the best Jedi there ever was. He is the best. And I fucking love General Grievous. And the how fate was destined for him and Obi-Wan to face off, and it was destined for him to die. And they told him that. Why did Disney fucking change it to just him? Because Dave Filoni wanted, oh, he's just a villain. What the fuck is your problem? What is with Disney and contriving everything? Why can't you just leave shit alone? What, you think it doesn't fit into the story? Bitch, fuck you, it fits perfectly like a glove. Fuck you, there was no inconsistency shit. You're making that shit up. You know why they're doing this? You know why they're taking everything away? It's simple. It's business. I'm gonna explain it to you. Because even though I like the Force Awakens movie, shoot me now. I know. I get it. It's just a piece of marketing. That's all the Force Awakens movie really truly is. But for what it is, I actually enjoy it. But the more and more I understand and hear what people are saying, the more and more I see why people hate it. And I can't blame them. And it's not like I directed it. J.J. fucking Abrams is to blame, so don't take it out on me. Take it out on his ass. Anyway. So I'm going to explain to you what, for some reason, barely anyone on the internet is explaining, and I don't know why, because it's something that I've explained this with adults in the comic book stores. They understand this, but for some reason, YouTubers are not telling you, so here it is. And if they are, I haven't seen them. Show them to me now, but I haven't seen not one. So you might only hear this from me. I'm not trying to brag, but fuck, what the hell. So here it is. They're taking it out because basically they want to be able to fill the gaps. They want to have more content. Remember, Disney claimed after they bought Star Wars, they predicted 50 years of Star Wars. Why do you think? Because there's no more expanded universe taking up all that shit. So now they can just make all this extra stuff for themselves and get more money, and that's more merchandise. And they can make new things for themselves, new things that they can add subliminal advertisement with to make even more money, to keep things going even longer than they ever needed to. Wow. Let that sink in. Moving on. So, I saw the Rogue One trailer. I was not impressed one bit. Sorry. I know all of you are impressed. I'm not. I'm sorry. I know. I'm always the bearer of bad news. I'm always such a pessimistic, negative cunt. But I'm sorry. It looks so forced. First off, why are we going back to the original trilogy again? We just had the carbon copy of the fourth Star Wars film, which is one of my favorites. One of my favorite films ever. I love that movie. But I just saw it on Laserdisc with my dad recently. Amazing. But come on. Why are we getting another one? The second thing, the acting in that trailer, I'm sorry. It was awkward. The prequels seem more serious. And I'm mainly talking about 2 and 3, minus the awkward scenes. See the anti-cheese editions of the prequels to see what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. The acting was awkward. The scenes look forced. A bunch of trailer shots. I didn't see the big deal. Jen Erso's kind of hot, but she's not as hot as Rey. Sorry. I'm 17, so I can say that. And, this is unbelievable. Come on. I mean, but, for all intents and purposes, Jen Erso can get it. The movies is about the Death Star plans. Why are you revisiting the original trilogy again and again and again? Why is there a First Order when we already had the Empire? Why is there a New Republic when we already had the Rebels? Shouldn't it be the other way around since we won the day in the 6th film? Shouldn't the fucking New Republic be the Empire and the First Order be the Rebellion? Shouldn't they be the ones scrambling for resources and the Republic be the fucking champions, but still getting their asses beat because they have a Sith Lord on their side, but they're struggling and shit like that? What's going on? What the hell is happening? That doesn't make sense. This Rogue One might be a good film, okay? I'm not saying it's going to be shit, but from the trailer, I'm not impressed. But that's not even what this is about. I am a huge Clone Wars fan, because that was one of the few Star Wars things that not only took the prequels way more seriously than anything before it, but it actually expanded on the lore every chance it had, in a good way, had complex storytelling, complex characters, an amazing grand plot, powerful Jedi. The Jedi actually were developed, thank God. And the voice acting was phenomenal, and the storytelling was great, and it was canceled way too fucking soon. It was just about to get so good that I was going to start having orgasms without fucking jerking off to fucking hentai all day. I was just going to be able to pretty much have an orgasm from seeing an episode of the Clone Wars. The pacing was flawless, the characters were great, General Grievous kicks ass, fuck all the haters, he's a badass. Red Letter Media, you can suck my dick, General Grievous is a fucking badass. He's a hard ass. He has my respect. I love him and respect that motherfucker. He's awesome. And as far as I'm concerned, fuck you, Disney. The expanded universe is still canon in my eyes. General Grievous is not the fucking bland-ass character Dave Filoni, the creator of Clone Wars and Rebels, made him out to be. Fuck that shit. And let me explain something to you. Everyone loves Rebels. Everyone says it's the greatest thing since The Empire Strikes Back. I'm going to admit something to you that I've never admitted before. I love Gravity Falls. I love Steven's Universe. Hell, I even like Loud House because it actually triggers my nostalgia and makes me feel like a kid again, and it actually has funny jokes and actually a pleasant show. Steven Universe, powerful storytelling, deep and emotional, actual character development, actual pacing and plot. It seems like it sucks, but when you actually watch it, it's actually brilliant. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, powerful show that drove me to tears, and I love it. And with weed, you'll be watching that show forever. Gravity Falls, an amazing mystery, hilarious comedy, actual zany humor, going back to that old style, but at the same time adding new things to the table. The Last Airbender, Ben 10, the good shit. The 90s cartoons, Batman the Animated Series, Justice League. Don't get me started. I love these shows, and I even like Star Wars versus the Forces of Evil, because if you actually watch it, there's actually substance there. Alright? So Disney gets their hands on Star Wars. They get Dave Filoni, the creator of Clone Wars, and they get at least most of the people who make Clone Wars. What do we get? Forced character development, forced writing, nothing but nods after nods after nods of the original fucking trilogy. Oh, and just because people were begging for Clone Wars shit. They give us season 2. They forced the clones in the second season. Why did you have to drag them into your show? First off, I hate Ezra. He is the worst main character ever. He makes Sora from Kingdom Hearts look like Walter White from Breaking Bad. He makes Steven, who's actually a pretty well-developed character now, at this point, look like a fucking powerful, complex, deep, fucking powerful, dark, gritty character and shit. I can't believe this. Ezra is an annoying, fucking, whiny bitch. And I'm not gonna just say all those things. I can insult each of the characters all day. But I'm gonna tell you the real problem. The problem with Rebels is that every time it tries to do something, it's forced. It's never just well written. It's never just done with style and grace. It's forced. The development of the characters, there's no chemistry or depth. They want to talk about it. They're not going to show you their powerful adventures that led them to that characterization. They want to talk about it. They always want to talk about what's happening instead of just showing it. That's why people complained and bitched and moaned about the prequels. And the funny thing about it is, there was a lot of showing and not telling too. What they talked about was politics. What they talked about was their feelings and emotions. What they didn't talk about was what they actually did that led to more characterization. So that complaint about the prequels is over-exaggerated. Here in Rebels, they actually talk about what just happened like we don't know. They want to talk about the emotional depth of a situation like we don't fucking know. I hate that. Shows like Steven's Universe, even Star, even Gravity Falls don't. Yeah, they talk when they need to talk, but when they show development, it's just show, not tell. There's a lot more you can do when you show and not tell. The expanded universe showed, it didn't tell. KOTOR showed, it didn't just tell you. I am not stupid. I don't need to... It's an emotional scene. I don't hold my hand. You don't need to hold my hand. Get the fuck off me, David Filoni. You don't need to hold my hand through the dark moments of the fucking Star Wars mythos. This shit has gone on too long. And just in case you're a Star Wars Rebel fan, you love this show and you think, oh man, they're focused on real quality there. And yes, there are moments in the show I love, and I'll get to that, but hold on. Dave Filoni admitted, he said, this show will be remembered for how it ties in to the movies, to the 6 films, more than its quality. Are you insane? Quality over everything. If I was in charge of this show, first off, I'd make Ezra a much more complex character, and I would not make him whine, bitch, and moan. Yeah, his parents are gone, but it doesn't matter. Ezra will use that to push through it with strength. But he still has flaws in his personality. He still has issues, still has problems. He still lashes out sometimes. He still goes in. He's a little bit too brave. Fuck that Aladdin horse shit. I would have thrown all of that in the trash. The girl in the Galorian armor, I would have made her an ex-bounty hunter who used to work for the Imperial Academy until she witnessed her friend die and decided to leave. And I would have actually shown it, and I would have taken my time and built that shit up for the next fucking season and shit. I wouldn't have just... And that's another thing. They just threw all their backstories in the first season like it was nothing. What the fuck? You're supposed to fucking build that shit up like Cowboy Bebop! Like fucking Firefly. You don't just fucking throw it at us! Come on! This is Star Wars! This isn't fucking daycare! We're not fucking in pre-K! What happened to development? What happened to depth? What happened to storytelling? What happened to darkness? What happened to grittiness? Wit? Style. A Fox in Space had more development in that one little fucking short episode than Star Wars Rebels did in the entire motherfucking entirety of this whole show. Period so far. I can't tell you how disappointed I am with Rebels. I am very disappointed. Now on that note, I'll tell you what I actually liked about the show. So, I love the conversation between the Inquisitor Admiral, whatever his fucking name was, I forgot, and the Lothal. I thought that was well done. You know, Lothal, it wasn't, he didn't he wasn't. It was just orders and shit. It wasn't really blah blah blah. I liked that conversation. I liked the development of Kanan and Ezra when he's trying to teach him. You can really see that Kanan's not experienced, and the show is well aware of this. If it wasn't so forced down and ham-fisted. I like the green girl a lot. I forgot her name, but... Anyways, yeah. Alright, Jesus Christ. She looks good and she's a well-written character. She's actually interesting. She has good dialogue and she has a good voice actor. The problem is that we don't know enough about her and Kenny's backstory, and they could have slowed down and told us, but they decided not to, for whatever reason. I don't know. Pick. Take your pick. Shit. Alright, and there's other things. I like the lightsaber duels. I thought Ahsoka, the way she came in, was alright, I guess. Yes, I liked the way the clones were developed. When they got old, they had good dialogue, and they sounded cool, and they got the right actor to play all the clones. They did a good job with that. And with that aside, I do not like this show. I really don't. You ever seen The Last Airbender? You saw how much build-up, how much excellent writing, how much risk. Don't get me started, bitch. I'm about to go ham. And how Legend of Korra fucked all that shit up. That's another show I was let down by. But this is about Star Wars, not about my fucking gripes with TV shows. Oh shit. Woo! Rebels is not this amazing show. It's more forced and contrived than The Force Awakens ever will be. I'm sorry. At least Kylo Ren, they tried to make him complex. At least they attempted to do it. They tried to make a better Anakin, basically. And I still prefer Anakin in the end. Sorry. Fuck me dry. Because the thing about it is, you're wondering, why do you like the prequels but you're shitting on Rebels and shitting on this? And why do you like this and that and the third, but you know, it's weird that I like Stanley Kubrick movies, and I like all this, that, and the third. I like flawless TV shows like Breaking Bad, but I also like the Star Wars prequels. It's strange, isn't it? It doesn't make any sense, because I actually saw George Lucas's vision. I understand what he was going for. I love the prequels. I love the era, the aesthetic. I actually enjoyed the witty humor of the prequels. There's a lot of things I actually liked about the films, and I learned to appreciate them even more after seeing the 7th movie, which is my least favorite Star Wars film now. It used to be my favorite next Episode 3 and Empire Strikes Back. No. It's gone way down the list. Fuck you. Don't find a way to unplug this right now! Not now. We're in the middle of a conversation with the internet. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why an old 1980s phone is in my fucking house. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. Not now. Now is not the time for this shit. This is serious shit. Rebels is disappointing. Rebels is not what I expected at all. This is the same guys who made Clone Wars, so I was expecting character development, depth, expanding on the lore, rather than expanding on the characters from the original trilogy and shoving them in there as Easter eggs. Every new YouTube video I see, when will Yoda return? When will he return? When will blah blah blah? And Yoda looks ugly in Rebels. Ew. I'll take the Muppet any day. I love that Muppet from Empire Strikes Back. He looks incredible. I love CGI Yoda. I love that. I don't like this shit. That shit looked ugly. I love Yoda from Clone Wars. This shit's nasty. I like the art, CGI, and the complexity, the depth, the storytelling, the annoying sound going on in my fucking background, and everything a lot more than Rebels. I'm done. Rebels is a letdown. Star Wars, the entire universe, is a letdown. This noise in my background is a letdown. The whole mythos should have been expanded upon better. And that's it. That's all I have. Stoner Plays out.